How y'all doing? It's Judge Lynn. First things first, we have to do the most exciting thing that I deal with on any given day, which is sadly, I'm turning on all the lights because I don't look too foolish. Not that looking foolish is a it won't stop me because I've looked foolish a fair amount. It doesn't bother me that much. I guess it kind of, well, it does when I make a fool of myself about something, but something like stupid like this, I don't care. So here it is. Now this is Big Boy. Now this is the upstairs. You'll see that I could not tolerate that tacky blue thing I made. So I bought one, but I got the light. I made that table, and I got some books on there, and I also made the entertainment center, and I got me, Mary, you got to look at yourself before you leave the house. Now down here, you've seen all of this, but except this, I bought, you know how when you lay down and you want to just throw something on you? Bam, you throw that on you. Look at that. See, it's got a little accent thing in there. Now, a real crocheter knows that ain't no big deal. But I say it's a big deal because I did it. I ain't never done it before. Now, here's the room. Now, it's all shacked up. This is the thing I'm creating, not done with that, for my clothing and stuff. But I put this laser kit together. I put a light on it. I got my front loaders came. Then I tiled the floor, and then I built a bathroom. There's a little, if there was enough light, I would show you, but there's a little pattern on there because I think laundry rooms should be lively. And then, just to prove I have no sense at all, oh, be quiet. Wait a minute. Hey! Dogs making me crazy. I'll show you pictures they did the other day. But I upholstered this, made two what do you call those, pillows? I got this, and I'm going to put lights underneath it. This is where you're going to be putting your books or your drink or your little thing, and then your phone, and then this is going to be the ottoman. And then down here, I've started on my kitchen, and then my big deal is to do, I don't like the color. I think I'm going to paint this, but my thing is to build a structure here that'll be an entertainment center, because it's going to be like the great room. You know how your family room and living room is all together. When you're washing dishes, you're looking at your TV. That's the way it is at my house. Oh, I bought them I was going to give them a shout out. I think they started on Etsy or something. I don't know. But they said, my daughter Jasmine and I are so excited that you are here. We hope that if you like our shop, choose to shop again, that you will support our new website. That will make us so very happy. We are finally moving towards our dream of our very own website. Blessings, Jasmine and Tiffany. So Jasmine and Tiffany, it's called OutIslandEssentials.com. But they talk that front loader. They did my front loaders. So there you go. I will be back. Tiffany and Jasmine. But anyway, now that we've gotten the important stuff out of the way, your girl was in a mood so far left over the weekend. Ooh, let me turn these lights off, because if I turn them on, you forget. Then you run out of gas, and then you got to figure out how to get the new lamp in. I think this one's defective. I'm sorry. I'm just talking, and I'm not even on the screen. Listen, I like you're missing something. I picked out 5 outfits for this Friday, so I'm ready to go. One of them's got to work out. Oh, I also knitted this, crocheted this. And again, you see that I have an accent around. Real knitters and crocheters know it's really easy to do. I didn't know that. And typically, even when I do something for it, it always looks awful. But this don't be looking at the edges. But this don't look awful. But anyway, I was in a mood, so left of center, I stayed. Now see, I'm going to tell a lie. I stay home because I like to stay home. But I didn't need to be talking to nobody. And I was out. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Hang on. I'm going to tell you something. I love my sons. That was my son. Because I was just about to tell you how left of center I was all weekend. That's him calling me, making sure that I have a located center. Which I have. Which I have. But it's interesting how your roles reverse, like Zay. Oh, I shouldn't say that way. Well, one of them, he used to be, he's the one that just, let's go. He's the one I took to the store for shopping energy. So, he's been monitoring my energy with the dogs. Because if the dogs get excited, I get excited. And he always says, take it down. Take it down. And I take it down. And everything goes better with the dogs and everything. And so now I am a consummate thief. I am going to steal his take it down energy. I used to think he was cavalier, and he is a little, but there's something to be learned from everybody. You know what I mean? Even though he could be more this way or that way responsible, there's a beauty in this one, not just the one thing he did, but in this one particular thing he does. There's a beauty in it that I could learn from. You know what I mean? And he's teaching me to change my energy. He is always chill, no matter what. Used to make me crazy. I don't worry about it, Mom. I said, I don't worry. I got to worry about it because you're not worrying about it. But he's kind of turning me around. And I appreciate that. And I do like to be a thief. And I'm going to tell Susie, that's not your name. I know it's not your name. You should be a thief as well. And I got a comment from two different people, and they were ladies. They were young ladies, and so I'm just wrapping them up in one, and I'm calling them Susie. And they were about all of that. I feel like I'm behind and I'm not catching up and I don't know what I was supposed to do. And it's it's different for people, not boomers like me. It's easier when you just have a track. There was no, you're going to go to college, you're going to go on Ivy League school, you're going to be a doctor, you get 15 and a half, you get your driver's permit, day after you're 16, your 16th birthday, you go and you get your driver's license. I got my driver's license. The man who gave me my driver's license should be fired. I had no business having a driver's license. I said, how you have to wait and pull out into an intersection when the light turns red, you can, I sat at one intersection for 3 full cycles of the light, afraid to pull out. And man, then I tried to do the parallel parking. They had parallel parking, and I didn't. And he looked. He said, "There's a 1.5 feet between you and and he still passed me." That was kind of cute back in the day. That was surprising. Cute gets you in trouble. You know what I mean? I was 16, and he should not have passed me, but he just should have done it. But he did, and now I learned. I enjoy driving. But I'm a decent, I'm very paying attention. I'm on swivel, speed limit. But anyway, I don't know how I got into that. Oh, I was talking about stealing in these two. You're borrowing two young ladies were saying, in essence, we feel like we're behind and we can't catch up and we don't know what to do. And I was talking about being a boomer. It was easy. Everything was this. You stayed at your company forever, la. And I didn't realize how easy I had it in that regard because everything was all just planned out. There weren't a whole lot of options, It wasn't the wild west. You couldn't put a store on YouTube and do your own thing. You know what I mean? It was very, 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 very different. So our choices were much more limited. Now you have a lot more choices, and you also are looking at a lot more people who have made a lot more choices and are doing wonderful things with the choices that they made. But the thing is, you're looking at people who have made choices that are doing things really well. That's why you know them. That's why you see them. These sites are well. There are many people who have made similar choices like that and don't do well. And that's why you don't know who they are. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you're behind and like you're chasing something. The worst thing to be is in constant comparison with constant comparison with something other than, well, oh, she's doing all this, all that. I feel behind. I got to catch up. And what were you doing? And it was like, you're seeing the final product in a lot of circumstances, but you don't see the fails. I had to, what is it? What do you call that? I had to submit my book 57 times before a publisher would publish it. Because then, I was just a woman at home writing a book. It's not sudden and it's not everybody. And you got to find what lights you up. And don't borrow jealousy. Don't borrow, oh, I wish I had. Still process. And I don't mean still process. I do take that back. Boop. What I do is if I see somebody I like who does something really well that I'd like to do, I watch them. Oh, I see. This is how she talks. Very bad at reading the room. I know my shirt's wrinkled. Very bad at reading the room because I was a politician and I was running for judge. I had to walk real quick. She could work a room. And in the beginning, I would just copy what she said and copy what she did. So if someone has something going on, find out how they did it and what they did. You don't steal their stuff. That's not what I meant by steal process. I really wish I hadn't said that. I mean, learn from them. I say I steal just because it sounds exciting, but learn how they did it, what they did, how long it took it to do it, how many other people have done it. Look all the way around the things that you haven't seen that people are on the way to do it. And then again, is it something that you want to do, or do you just envy the outcome? And I understand your dilemma in some sense, because I'm trying to figure out what to do next, but I'm not, but I got the luxury of being an old chick. Got all my stuff together. Kids are grown trying to help me. But don't panic. Don't panic. And don't try something for 6 months and then it doesn't work and you think, Failure isn't fatal, and fabulous isn't free. So you can make mistakes and do things. They're just thoughtful ones. And you learn from them, and you don't get exasperated, and you watch what others do, and maybe you can pick a little bit about, oh, I see how this person deals with that, and oh, I see this person does this over there, and just instead of being, I wish I had, that's how that sounds, and make it into your own thing. Enjoy what other people do. All great writers have read great writers, So it's not supposed to be, and things take time, and sometimes they're slow, and sometimes you have to slog through some stuff. And you don't know how much slogging those people did before they got where they are. Now, some people have had the great grace to have it just whoosh. But that's not a lot of them. And if so, good for them. You know what I mean? Good for them. It didn't hurt you. There's no finite pie of creative ability. There's no finite pie of what would interest people, or what people don't even know will interest them yet, just because you haven't put it out there. Now, I have no idea what I'm doing next. I promised my friend I would come here every day. Didn't come here yesterday or the day before, but I'm here now. I'm going to finish my books. And I'm going to steal my son's energy. And if I could just figure out how my other son had the memory that he remembers everything. He remembers everything. And I said, "What's your first memory in life?" And he goes, "I remember hugging your pregnant belly. That's my first one." And he had to be 2. He remembers it. You ask him about a song, he'd tell you what year. He was talking to some guy who was a rapper and said this, and this. And he said, "No, I didn't." He said, and they went back and found out the rapper said, "Oh my God, you're right. I did do that." He just has this mind like a steel trap, and gets a fact and whoop, don't let it go. I wish I could do that. I can't remember nothing. For instance, I never remember to say subscribe and hit notify, but subscribe and hit notify. And if you have a question for me down here, I'm trying to be more chill. Have you noticed? Am I doing a good job? Trying to be more accepting of what is. I don't want to be in constant battle with war right now. What I think I'm going to do is leave here. I hate this piece of hair. Stand up again. See what happens to you. Forgot what I was talking about? All I'm saying is there's a lot of rackety-dackety, yankee-danky, ooh-wee going on out there. And I've never in my life really understood the value of just joy. Just, if I wasn't making money or moves or this or that or the other thing, I was wasting my time, or I was this or that or the other thing. But no. I also checked my program and realized I was running the wrong one. I was running Widow 101 program when I should be running Widow 301. And I'll tell you about that some other time. But y'all have a good day. I think I'm catching a cold. Remember, there was like 4 months there. I couldn't get rid of cold, but anyway. Y'all have a great day. If you have a question for me, you can ask me down here at the link tree. Ask Judge Lynn. Y'all have a good day. And I appreciate all y'all who come all the time. And I think I'm going to do a little list to just do some shout outs every once in a while, because y'all been so supportive.